organization seriously by making the necessary moves as they have hired hometown hero Coach Stephanie White as their head coach moving forward. Is it too soon to go ahead and say your 2025 national champions of the WNBA is the Indiana Fever, led by Caitlin Clark, a.k.a. White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark? Patrick Mahomes is the latest bidder for a WNBA team, but WNBA fans seem to be upset for whatever reason. Unrivaled is a mess. That whole organization is a mess. Everything about it is a mess. They're sloppy. Everything is a mess. Women's college hoops kicks off on Monday. We're going to talk about it all right after the intro.
From each tip-off to the final whistle, the Sun have been locked in, professional, and taking care of business. What does it say to the professionality of this team that you've been able to shut out the noise?
Honestly, it's been a lot of nonsense. I think in my 11-year career, I've never experienced the racial comments from the Indiana Fever fan base. We had her face on a serious matter that happened in this world, and it's unacceptable, honestly. And there's no place for it, and we've been professional throughout the whole entire thing, but I've never been called the things that I've been called on social media, and there's no place for it. And
Well, one thing now, Alyssa Thomas, you can't get mad at anybody calling you as coachless. What's up, boys, girls, he's, she's, they, them, we's, or whatever you choose to identify as? Welcome to the W360, your home for all things women's basketball. I'm your host, CJSoFoolish, and welcome to another episode on this great and glorious Friday. Oh, another Good Friday it is, and it's not even Easter. It's not even Easter, but it's Good Friday today. What's up, everybody? What's going on, Shelly A? What's up, Kara? What's up, Aaron? I see you in the chat. Tim, Noah, Joe. What's going on, Lauren? I know you out there. Bonnie, I know you out there. And Sade. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the W360 today, okay? My goodness, you know we all had to meet and come talk about it today because the breaking news, I was in the gym and my phone is going off. And the news is just, Stephanie White is hired as Indiana Fever's head coach. Not that none of us saw this coming, but thank God, it's official now. Thank God that Christy's size is behind us now. She has been swept away. Gone. Moving forward like a freight train. Moving forward. Okay. My goodness. It's a celebration today, okay? I didn't plan on going live until later tonight, but when I got the news, I said I had to jump. We have to do this now. Now! All right. How y'all doing today? How is everybody feeling? Let's go ahead and talk about it. Before we talk about it, guys, make sure if you are not subscribed to the W360, go ahead and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. Okay, to subscribe to the W360 as this channel continues to grow. The word is spreading organically, and I really, really appreciate it, okay? If you're watching now live or if you're watching the playback, go ahead and subscribe. You watch every episode anyway, and you'll subscribe at the least. Subscribe, okay? And if you haven't shopped at W360.com, notice I am wearing my Shut Your Pie Hole hoodie right now. The hoodies will drop on the website at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? In my time zone, I am wearing a Shut Your Pie Hole hoodie. Let me show you guys the other hoodies that'll be on the site. I have white Jesus hoodies that will be on the site, okay? White Jesus hoodie is the same that I'm wearing. This tag won't be on it, but yes. All right, white Jesus hoodies will be on the site in black and white, and I will have a deal with it hoodie on the site as well. It's a cold world. Make sure you get your hoodie. It's a cold world out here. It is a cold world out here. All right, so I appreciate all the subscribers, returning viewers, the W360 family. I appreciate everybody. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Yes, the white ones will be on the site here. Let me show you the whites as well. The white hoodies will be on the site as well, guys. Okay, so the merch is in. They are going live at 8 p.m. tonight, Central Standard Time. I don't know what time it is in your time zones, wherever everyone is at. It's Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. tonight. So make sure you shop at W360.com. Okay, more merch is dropping as well. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about what we are here to talk about today. Now, if you haven't been following the W360, guys, you guys already know. We saw this coming. And shout out to the Fever front office for making the necessary move. We went ahead and sweepity, sweep. There's no time to play around. There is no time to play around. Now, I know there's Fever fans out there, and there are a lot of fans out there that says, it was too soon. They shouldn't have got rid of Christy Sides. She needs at least another 2 years. No one's going to sit through that mess for 2 more years. Christy Sides didn't even know when to call a timeout. The world needs to stop when the first timeout is called. Stephanie White is going to challenge calls when she needs to challenge them. How many times did Christy Sides challenge this season? 2. She's going to call a timeout if a team is going on a 13-0 run. Okay. And as I said in the last episode, she knows how to make the necessary adjustments in a game. Now, if you guys don't remember from the playoffs this year, she made the adjustment to switch Dewana Bonner on White Jesus. She made a different defensive adjustment, and White Jesus, she was in hell. Dewana Bonner is 7'2". She couldn't even see around. And of course, Christy Sides didn't make any type of adjustments. Okay. Now, I want Fever fans that are a little weary about Stephanie Sides taking over this organization. Do not judge that Connecticut Sun team, Orange is the New Black. Do not let that team be a reflection of Stephanie Sides. She didn't have anything to work with. She had no offensive options on that Connecticut Sun squad before Marina Mabry. Alyssa Thomas was her best offensive threat, and Alyssa Thomas shoots with one arm. Her best offensive player had one arm. So she did the best she could. She couldn't run a fast-paced offense with Connecticut. Bree Jones was on the floor. She had to slow it down. Dejanay Carrington can't score. Alyssa Thomas has one shoulder. Bree Jones moves slower than me. Ty Harris is decent. They couldn't do anything offensively until Marina Mabry got to that Connecticut team. So I don't want anyone to say, well, I don't know, Connecticut, that was a prison squad that she was stuck with. Orange is the New Black is not a reflection of what I think Stephanie White will do with this Indiana Fever team. I think this Indiana Fever team has the brightest, I don't know why I took her down, has the brightest young core in the entire WNBA. They have the brightest future, and they have the best young squad in this entire league. Dark times are ahead. Dark times are ahead. I want to take a look at some of the quotes that came from, or some statements that came from, some statements that were released today on social media that Stephanie White has said since the break, or the breaking news of her being announced as the Indiana Fever's head coach. Okay, let's take a look. And one quote was funny to me, where she said, this franchise has and always will be committed to winning, and I look forward to working every day to help deliver another WNBA title to the greatest basketball fans in the world. I look forward to working every day to help deliver a WNBA title to the greatest basketball fans in the world. Alyssa Thomas has to be seething right now. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. For Alyssa Thomas to come out and say the Indiana Fever fan base, they're racist. Those are some nasty fans. They're calling me all types of names. And Dejanay Carrington to tweet out Indiana Fever has the nastiest fans in the WNBA, just for your coach to leave you for those same fans. Your head coach said, I don't care what they're yelling to you. I'm going back to Indiana. You guys have at it in your prison games. This was so funny to me, which it goes to show that there was just an agenda and a narrative that was trying to be pushed. If that Indiana Fever fan base was so bad and so racist, they called me all types of names. Why did your head coach leave? To go and lead that same fan base, Alyssa Dejanay? Why? The jokes just write themselves. The jokes just write themselves. And I think Stephanie White is going to come and jump on board because we have points to prove and agendas to push. Okay. Stephanie White is from the hometown of Indiana. I don't think she wants nothing more than to win a championship for this organization. I don't think we're going to hear statements like we got to break bad habits and we have to shoot the twos instead of the threes and we're going to pound it inside. Okay, we have to slow the game down and pound it inside. Those days are over. over like a bad relationship. I wish I could be a part of that Connecticut Sun, Orange is the New Black team group chat. They're all scrambling right now. They all have to be scrambling right now. How goofy can you feel that your head coach left you for the very organization that you all tried to paint to be as the worst fans in the world? And don't none of you try to come to Indiana. I'm telling you that now. Do not come to Indiana. You're not welcome. Door locked. Just like the prison doors that you all resemble in your style of play. Orange is the New Black. Stay out there. Stephanie White got tired of practicing in those community centers. No one's going to give you all a gym for what? Seriously. What's up, Kelly? Seriously. Another statement Stephanie White said, or that has been released, she said, I've been fortunate to be able to call a number of her games. She's talking about Caitlin Clark throughout the course of her career, but there's been nothing like this season, White said on the Fieldhouse Files podcast in April. In fact, I called their games in Maryland. I'll never forget it because I was in the same hotel as they were. I'm coming down the escalator 3 hours before the game. The hotel is just packed, hundreds of people. It's roped off like it would be for an NBA game or an NFL team. There's security guards everywhere. These people were in the lobby of the hotel just to get a glimpse of Caitlin Clark and this Iowa Hawkeye team. In fact, yesterday I was talking to somebody who said that she's the Taylor Swift of women's basketball. That how she's being referred to from a non-basketball person. It's the craziness of this team and Caitlin Clark's ability right now to captivate a national audience. Now, you think Stephanie White didn't jump at the first opportunity to come and coach this team? I know during the Connecticut Sun game, she was looking at Chrissy Sides like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't worry, I'll show you. Another Stephanie White statement, she said today on ESPN, for me, it feels good. For me, it feels like all the stars have aligned. I think I told you that every time I came back to Indiana, it just always felt like coming home. And now I am coming home, and it's just such an incredible opportunity, and I couldn't be more excited. Welcome home, Stephanie. You and your leather jackets, welcome home. Okay, Stephanie will be wearing leather in July in Indiana next season. Cry about it. A lot of people that don't like Indiana are saying, the people have high expectations for Stephanie White. A lot of people, high expectations here. The expectations are so high. That's right. That's right. That comes with coming to the best team in the league. The money, the star team of the league. Whatever coaches that team, the spotlight is on them. No one cares who Atlanta Dream is going to hire. Nobody's going to care. Nobody's really going to care who LA is going to hire. This is the premier team of the league. Of course everyone cares. Of course CNN is breaking the news. Renee Montgomery, you shut your pie hole. When you hire your no coach, no one's going to care. No one's going to care. We're just going to wait and see what Atlanta does next season. So yes, the expectations are high and the pressure is on. We don't think they're going to have an undefeated national championship season. No. But we do expect to see changes, timeouts being called. Stephanie isn't going to leave the game with 6 timeouts in her back pocket. Seriously, just to Also, just to put a timeline on this, it looks like there will be an official, according to Scott Agnes, and he's media in the WNBA. He says Fever will make the hiring of Stephanie White, or have made the hiring of Stephanie White official. An introductory press conference is set for Monday. Okay. President Kelly Kroskoff says Stephanie is a part of the fabric of this franchise, both as a former player and as a member of our championship coaching staff. So I'm quite familiar with her elite basketball IQ and leadership style. I am confident there is no one who better understands our culture or is more equipped to lead our group of players to the next level. Guys, it's also important to note, for those of you who aren't on like different social media platforms, Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark isn't even on Twitter. And she went on Twitter and posted the news of Stephanie White being hired. Okay. She never tweets, but she tweeted today. And she tweeted that Stephanie White is her new head coach. Aaliyah Boston is excited. Lexi Hall is excited. Nelissa Smith reposted the news. I don't know what for. Nelissa. I don't know why you're jumping up and down and celebrating. Stephanie White isn't going to be your coach. Okay? She's not going to be your coach. Nonetheless, the Indiana team seems to be really excited, and it's also worth noting that once the news broke that Christy Sides was fired, not one player released any statement. And you know, typically when your coach is fired, players release statements. They say, hey, did a great job here, wishing her well. Not one player. Not one said anything. So that just goes to show you that we were right what we were suspecting all along. Everyone hated Christy Size. They all wanted her fired. Not just us. So when I would come on this camera after the games, yelling, saying, what is she doing? Why is Christy Wallace starting? They thought the same thing. They thought the same thing. There's brightness in Indiana again. Okay? There is nothing better than playing for a coach that you actually believe in and that you actually like. I think I think Stephanie White signed her contract right in these 2 moments. Right there. And right there.
The Sun have been locked in.
In those 2 moments, I think Caitlin told Stephanie White, you coming here next year, yes? Who would stay in Connecticut and be stuck with that squad? Do I think that she's bringing any of the players from Connecticut with her? Absolutely not. I would go to Indiana myself and knock on her door. Stephanie, what are you doing? What are you doing? We don't need any of the prisoners here. Leave them locked up in Connecticut. No. Absolutely not. Leave them there. where they are. Let them rebuild. Okay? Let Christy Sides go and coach them. Let Christy go coach them. Wouldn't that be a page turner? Seriously. But I will also say this, just with this whole situation, that Indiana Fever game, the Indiana Fever versus Connecticut game, next season, I may have to buy some tickets to that game. I want to sit there front row and center. I want to see this live and in color. I have to see this. I have to see it. Jay says, unfortunately, I think she is bringing Dejanay with her. Dejanay has to worry about it. Dejanay might not even stay in Connecticut. No, I don't think she's going to bring Dejanay with her. I think that people are underestimating Caitlin Clark. She is the LeBron of this league. Caitlin Clark signs off on who comes and who goes. I don't know if anybody realizes that. But Caitlin Clark is signing off on who go and who come. She signed off on Christie's termination papers. Allegedly. No, Dejanay, the only time Dejanay is coming to Indiana is when she has to play in the field house against them. That's it. The fans aren't having it. The front office seems to be coherent now. They're tapped into what's going on social media and what people are saying. Dejanay is not coming to Indiana. I don't even think she would want to come to Indiana. No way would she want to come and play for the nastiest fans in the league. Absolutely not. None of them. None of them. Yeah, I don't think she's bringing any of those players with her. Absolutely not. Just a little bit here on Stephanie White. Again, like I said, from Indiana, if you did not know that, West Lebanon in native. Is this Seeger High School? 1995 National Player of the Year in high school. Graduated high school as state's all-time leading scorer. 1999 National Champion at Purdue. Played for Fever during the inaugural season in 2000. Assistant coach for Fever's 2012 championship team. And led the Fever to 2015 WNBA Finals in the first season as the head coach. And in 2023, she won Coach of the Year. Okay, so for those of so for people saying, that they're a little weary about Stephanie White coming and is she going to do a good job or not? I think realistically, it's not far-fetched. This team next season there will be 13 teams? It's not far-fetched to imagine Indiana having a season to where we see them in a second and third round playoffs. It's not far-fetched. There's only so much talent in this league. It's only so much. And I'm not trying to be negative, but it's only so much. You saw the finals game. The final score in overtime was 68 to 70 something? This is going to be a high-powered offensive squad. I think they have to add some more defensive pieces, which I think the front office is going to do. And keep in mind, folks, the deadline is coming up for final rosters to be submitted. Okay, so keep that in mind. The deadline is coming up. It's in December. I think it's at the end of December for the final rosters to be submitted. Each WNBA team will have to turn their final roster and decide who they're going to core. Okay, so we're going to figure out who's Stephanie White in this front office. 6 players that they are going to core, meaning that they can't be traded. and meaning that they're there to stay. My whole thing is keep Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, White Jesus, of course, Lexi Hall. I would keep Dantes. And it's a toss-up for the 6th spot, if you ask me. It's a toss-up. Pick a name out the hat. Is it December 6th? I thought it was the end of December. No, you may be right, Lisa. I think it's December 6th. It's another deadline somewhere. AJ says Dantes over Timmy. Yes. Yes, I would keep Damaris Dantes over Timmy. Absolutely. What's up, Miss Pinky? What's going on, Miss Pinky? So yeah, folks, that's where we at, the WNBA. What's up, ADHD guy? The WNBA. This is a gift that just won't stop giving. The season has ended, but it's something every other day. Indiana Fever fans, it's a good day. Raise your drinks on this Good Friday, and it's not even Easter. Raise your drinks. Okay. Charlie says Erica. April G says Fact Benlay will be gone. Cindy, what's up, Cindy? Cindy Hudson says Timmy. Isaac says Timmy. You guys think Timmy should stay? AJ says Timmy is unfortunately injury prone. We have a championship to win. Okay, we got points to prove and agendas to push. Now we got to make, it might hurt, but we have to make the necessary cuts. This team has to get a bench. I think Victoria Saxton, she can go ahead and be let go. Let her go. You got to get someone in that forward position. Liz E says, I don't know. I love Timmy. Lovely girl. Timmy seems like a lovely woman, but we're talking about forming a championship team together. A team with key pieces. You got to pick between Timmy and Damaris Dantes. I would take Damaris because Damaris has 3-point shot ability coming off the bench, and she's a big body. And I think Stephanie White could utilize her a little bit more. Timmy can run the floor, but you can get someone else that can run the floor and could be more of an offensive threat. So Timmy is a lovely girl, but I think she could be lovely in maybe another organization. This is a business. Business. Thank you for the donation. Henny Baby says, leave them locked up in Connecticut. It's too funny. Seriously. I'm taking Damaris over Timmy. I don't know. We'll see. But today is a good day. Today is a good day for Indiana Fever fans, okay? Isaac Williams says, please let Smith go. Nelissa Smith should be the first one out the door. I have no idea why Nelissa Smith is posting the news and jumping up and down and celebrating. Nelissa, you need to be packing your bags. Don't hang your posters back up in your place. Don't you unpack a single thing. Don't you order another decorating couch or nothing. Don't even order a new pillow. You're out of my town. Out of my town, Nelissa. What are you celebrating for? No one's going to forget. And don't you dare try to shift Smith, the subject at hand. Oh, Nelissa she did it like Christy Size. Christy Size was his problem. Okay, that's fine. But we're not going to forget how weird you acted after the season. The videos you put out with Dejanay. The weird tweets. All of it. You can't be trusted. This is a franchise that's going to be taken seriously now. This franchise is going after championships and rings, baby. Rings. Championship rings. The only ring you're concerned about is the ring you want to give to Dejanay. That's not what this team is after. Championship rings, Nelissa. You're chasing the wrong ring. Chasing the wrong ring. You got to get out of my town. Get out. Indiana and Nelissa are chasing two different rings. And that's why it won't work. That's why it won't work, Nelissa. You're not a good fit in Indiana. Go to Phoenix. Go play next to Diana Taurasi. Natasha Cloud. Go play next to them. Get out of my town. Unhang your clothes. Unhang your posters. Pack up your dishes. Clean your baseboards so you can get your deposit back. You celebrating news for nothing, Nelissa. No reason at all. Goodness. Rated Boo says, I like Smith. She's talented. That's great. You should like her on another team. Like her on another team. She's not a good fit for this squad any longer. There's a new sheriff in town, and her name is Officer White. And guess what? She has people behind her that demands greatness. And we're going after championship rings, not wedding rings. Okay, Nelissa Smith is not a good fit. You can't fit a circle into a square. Or a square into a circle. However the saying goes. All right. So there's that on Stephanie White, guys. Before we move on, I want to talk about Patrick Mahomes. He is the latest person he's the latest person to express interest in owning a WNBA team, and WNBA fans are upset. They're upset. Okay, and I'm going to give my opinion on that. But before we get to that, I want to... Oh, I thought I had it in here. I guess it's not in here. But before we get to that, I want to hear what the W360 family is saying. What are you guys saying? How do we feel about Stephanie White? And what are you expecting? What are we expecting? Noah Linden says, let's talk about the Bucks and the Nuggets. Wrong channel. Noah, wrong channel. The Bucks and the Nuggets, those are NBA teams. I have no idea what's going on with the NBA like that. I'm a casual viewer. Super casual viewer. I just catch the games that they're on in the background. So, wrong channel. Thank you, Therapy by Alex. Cindy says, Love Stephanie expecting a ring. That's right, baby. We're chasing championship rings, not wedding rings. Okay? Championship rings, not wedding rings. That's right. Liz E says she's excited for White. Miss Fins, what's up, Miss Fins? Says we expect trophies. Okay. AJ excited for White. Sade is laughing. She's laughing. Scott Hemp. What's up, Scott? I see Scott in the comments a lot. What's up, Scott? I appreciate you in the comments. Scott says it's a white Christmas in Indy. Lisa G says they could have picked Larry Bird or Jackson. Sade says I'm expecting a championship next year. Leroy Ricks says Nelissa already made her bed with Carrington and video about eye gouging. Goodbye, little girl. Agreed. Agreed. Bye, Nelissa. No. You spoke too soon. You thought that Chrissy Sides was going to be there another year. No. You showed your true colors. What did the great poet Maya Angelou say? When people show you who they are, believe them. Bye, Nelissa. Get out of my town. Magoo Wara Nodeji says the Fever now officially belongs to CC. All right. So, yes, shout out to Indiana Fever. Looks like they are making the necessary moves to move forward. Okay. To move forward. Patrick Mahomes was the first, or not the first. Patrick Mahomes was the latest person to express interest in the WNBA. He and his wife, Brittany Mahomes, has stepped forward and said they would like to bring a WNBA team to Kansas City. Okay. So when I saw this news on social media break, immediately, again, a person that supports the W, I've been watching it since I was this tall. You know, immediately I'm like, oh, this is awesome. This is amazing WNBA growth. I love it. Bring another team to Kansas City. And Patrick Mahomes and his wife are going to own it. Love it. So then as I continue to scroll social media, I'm noticing a lot of WNBA fans, typically older fans, Patrick Mahomes and his wife are not welcome into this league. No, we don't want it. No. And I was confused. I really was taken aback because I was thinking, what did he do? What did they do? What did she do? Did they traffic any humans? Did they destroy their neighborhoods with music? Did they? What did they do? What was so bad that they did that they can't bring more money and more opportunities to a league that needs more money and more opportunities? Surely he had to do something very bad. Surely Brittany Mahomes had to do something astronomically horrible to where they're not welcome to a league that's booming. Business is booming. Popularity is booming. the numbers are tracking upward. So I kept scrolling. I'm like, what's the problem? WNBA fans don't want Patrick Mahomes in the league, and Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes in the league, because Brittany Mahomes did the utmost, most horrible thing that you could do. Okay? She didn't have secret parties. She didn't do things to destroy her neighborhood. She don't put out a false image for people to follow and mislead the youth. She did the worst thing that you could possibly do. And she says she supports Donald Trump. That's where the line is drawn. How dare Patrick Mahomes, who didn't come out and support anyone, his wife aligned herself with the conservative party and Donald Trump. So the WNBA freedom fighters are upset. No, they're not welcome here. No. The Frankie the losers and the rest of this older WNBA fan base are petitioning for Patrick Mahomes and his wife not to join the WNBA and bring more opportunities for women that, WNBA fans, the older fans, claim to be feminists, stand behind, bring more opportunities to them because of who Brittany Mahomes choose to support politically. I want to read before I read a couple of tweets, let me play exactly what Patrick Mahomes had to say when he was asked, about him putting in a bid for a WNBA team to bring to Kansas City. Let's take a listen at that, and then let's come back and talk about it some more.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we want to get basketball to Kansas City in general, and then WNBA and the success that they've had this last season and these last few seasons, it's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, to try to get a WNBA team in Kansas City to this fan base. I mean, you see it if you talk about Kansas, University of Kansas basketball, the Chiefs, or whatever it is, the city of Kansas City is going to come out and they're going to fill the stadium. And so it was cool that we were able to get this women's soccer team here in the current, and they're going into the playoffs now, and you see the support that they have. And so let's try to get a WNBA team in here as well, and kind of that same type ownership group. And they've done the current the right way, and I want to continue to work with them to take that next step and get a WNBA team here.
All right, so great news again, if you ask me. Again, guys, before we continue with this conversation, if you watch the W360, we don't get into politics here at the W360. The reason why is because I don't care who anyone decides to endorse. You have that right. Endorse who you want, right? My issue with this, with the notion that WNBA fans not supporting Patrick Mahomes or not welcoming him into the league because of who Brittany Mahomes aligned herself with is horrendously absurd to me. So that's where I stand on that. Who cares? Who cares who she stands with? Nobody cares. And my whole thing is that has been the problem in this league. It has been a main reason why this league has not grown or turned a profit, because you're worried about the wrong things. You're worried about the wrong things. You guys put a lot of emphasis on standing up for different political views and social justice. This is a sports league. People want to watch sports. WNBA fans. Patrick Mahomes and his wife, who are worth probably almost $1 billion, have every right to invest in this league. You all shut your pie holes. Shut your pie holes. Okay? Just to let you know just what some people are feeling. The W is not a place for Brittany Mahomes and Patrick Mahomes. They're not for those women. The W doesn't need them. But we don't like his wife. There is no place for them in this league. Let me tell you something. I want to be very clear when I say this to WNBA fans, especially old WNBA fans. I want to be very clear when I say this. Your beliefs and your feelings and what you stand on and how you feel, all of that is going out the window. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. This league is about to be ran like a real business. Moving forward, this isn't about to be a social justice hooping and humping sorority club that travels across the country and play basketball on the side. That's not what the WNBA is anymore. Okay? Millions of people are tuned in, mostly to one team, but as this league continues to grow, and anyone that has common sense and money, they're going to invest in it. So you guys can threaten. You guys can say that you're going to boycott. You guys can say, oh, we're going to get them out of here like they did Kelly. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going to get them. You're not going to bully them out of the league the way you did Kelly Loeffler. It's not going to fly. When millions and millions of dollars are involved, when millions of viewers are involved, when the popularity has skyrocketed, you know where owners are going to tell any player and any WNBA fan who has a problem with an owner just because their political views don't align with yours, they're going to tell you to shut your pie hole and get out of my town. Go somewhere else. I would. I can't wait till I can invest into a WNBA team. I will go to a player face to face and say, well, go play in Russia. Go to Russia then. Since you don't want to play for an owner because their political views don't align with yours, go play in Russia. No one cares how you feel. This is a business. Business is booming. We don't care. You shut your pie hole. We don't care. Okay? That's just what it is. And if you're not following me on Twitter, make sure you're following the W360 _ on Twitter. I spoke about this extensively on Twitter. You WNBA fans, it's going to be a sad day for y'all. Funny for me. Sad for y'all. When you realize that this league is changing. Things are changing. This league is not going to continue to be ran as some hideout for goofies to congregate. And I mean all goofies, from the media, sideline reporters, on-screen reporters, all of you, goofy. All of you, writers, goofy. The WNBA is no longer going to be a hideout for y'all because you couldn't go be media somewhere else in a real sports league. So you hid out in the WNBA and you all congregated and this is our place. This is our place. Everyone is going to be able to enjoy the WNBA. Everyone. Not just people who can't. I'm excited that the WNBA is expanding. It's been a long road. It's been a long, long road. But I'm coming. There's growth in the league. Oh, but we're here. To the freedom fighters of the WNBA. The freedom fighters, your day has come. You're outnumbered now. No one cares what you think. No one cares what you want. This is a business. Shut your pie hole. If you don't like it, get out of my town. Bye. Elaine says the WNBA has made themselves political and are driving away fans, players, and money. Exactly. Sade says, love your take on this. Thank you. Kelly, you look beautiful today. Thank you for going live today. Yes, I agree. No politics on this channel. Who cares? Thank you, Kelly. And thank you for the compliment, girl. I came here from the gym. Thank you for the compliment, though. But seriously, this is WNBA is about to be a business now. I think this is great for the WNBA. I think fans should welcome Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes with open arms. The W360 does, Patrick. We welcome you with open arms. You spend all the coins you want to spend. Okay? Yes. I don't care nothing about what anybody else is talking about. Yes, bring more opportunities to the W. Bring more teams. Now, there's two sides to this. For me, there's two sides to this. Yes, the WNBA is expanding. Yes, there are more teams, which means more roster spots, more positions. I think I wonder to myself sometimes, who's going to fill all these roster spots? Who's going to fill all these roster spots? And when I say fill all these roster spots, if you're adding 4 new teams, you don't need 4 sorry teams. Right? I guess I go back and forth with myself, if that makes sense. I go back and forth with myself because I'm like, who are they going to put on all these teams? And I know we have people coming out of college each year or players coming out of college each year, but a roster has to consist of 12 players, 13 players? So it's like, who's going to fill these roster spots? But I'm on the train. I'm here. I look forward to seeing how they figure this out. Absolutely. But put the politics in the back. Change the whole brand of the league. This is no longer an activist, social justice. We stand up. No. I think you need to go to your local neighborhood meetings or something. All of you congregate there. This is sports. And this is a league that needs to create an establishment where everyone can come and enjoy. All of America. Welcome, baby. Seriously. And that's just the raw and honest truth. Seriously. Sade says you should go and try out for one of the teams. How do you block viewers and users? Sade, I'm about to block you. Kara says people with two shoulders. That's y'all are funny in this chat. When I tell you I love W360 chat. I love W360 chat. We keep it very raw and very real over here, okay? And if you can't handle it, this isn't the show for you. This is not the show for you, okay? This is where things are raw and real. We're not going to cover things up. We're not going to present things in a soft and nice way. You know, I have discretion sometimes. Sometimes I'll say, let me figure out how, but we keep it real over here. Okay, if you can't handle it, there are other channels that you can watch they may be more polite or something. I don't know. But here at the W360, we're going to call things for what they are. Okay? Deal with it. Deal with it. The W360 family, I love y'all. Seriously. All right. Bonnie, what's up, Bonnie? Bonnie says, hi, CJ, just got home. I'm excited about Stephanie White. At first, I was hesitant, but after I reviewed all of her experience, she was the one also. I know that CC is very excited to have her. Yes, so, just with the Stephanie White thing, before we move on to Unrivaled, that's a huge mess. Stephanie White went on ESPN. She joined Malika Andrews, and she said things like, she spoke with Caitlin Clark last night. Stephanie White seems ecstatic. Okay, she says she's ready to get to work. She spoke with Caitlin Clark. She's excited. She's ready to go back home. The team seems excited. Everyone is posting on their social media, the different team members and things like that. So, it's crazy because it's like, I cannot wait for the WNBA season to start. Like, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. I cannot wait to wear my white Jesus shirt to the Indiana games. I'm going to Indiana All-Star next summer. I will be there in color with my white Jesus shirt. Stephanie White said that people, she's amazed at how people, love Caitlin Clark. Wait until next season, Stephanie. People are going to love you. Welcome. And we're going to stand behind you even if you mess up. We're going to stand behind you if you mess up. You want to know why? Because we know you're a good coach. We know you're a good coach. Okay? So, definitely, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to next season. Absolutely. But in case, thank you for the super chats. Spirit E says, thank you for being you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for the donations. I expect Elaine Miller MD says, I expect Stephanie White to get technicals protecting Caitlin. Thank you again, Elaine, for the super chat. Yes, I agree. Here's the thing, guys. I think it's going to be a shock because of what we went through with Christy Size. So when you get a coach that does like the basic things, like call a timeout when a team is on a 15-0 run, or challenge the call, or run plays for her generational player. You know, like simple things like that a coach should do. I think it's just going to just hit me. Like, I think I may be in shock. It's kind of like getting out of a bad relationship, right? And you're with a guy and he never opens the door for you. He don't pull out your chair when you're on a date. He don't tell you you look beautiful. Just the small things. Instead of putting the food in Tupperware, he puts pots in the refrigerator to put the food up. You know, just things like that. You know, things that you put up with in a bad relationship that you think are normal. And then you get in a new relationship and you go to a guy that does small things that's just like normal to him. Compliment you, open your door, pull out your chair, put the food in Tupperware. And he don't put crock pots in the refrigerator. You're in shock. You're in shock. Indiana Fever fans. I think we're entering into a new relationship together. Seriously. Yes, crock pot in the fridge, cord and all. You know, and those were some of the things that Christy used to do where we were like, what are you doing? This doesn't go in the fridge. Christy Wallace doesn't belong in the game. It's one and the same. Kelly Mark says, thank you for the donation, Kelly. Kelly says, I'm crushing on Stephanie's size. Who is Stephanie's size? You mean Stephanie White? Stephanie White is very attractive. Yes. She's very attractive. Okay. Oh, I'm over here. Oh, I thought I had the Unrivaled is a mess. Unrivaled is a mess. A mess. I mean, that whole organization is a mess. Everything is sloppy. The announcement seems sloppy. The press around it seems like a mess. Messy like a car seat. Messy. Dirty. Crumbs everywhere. If you don't know, Lexi Hall and Aaliyah Boston, pulling over here, Lexi Hall and Aaliyah Boston have been announced as the latest Unrivaled members this week. Okay? So there is a lot of talk as far as, will Caitlin Clark, will she be the next person announced as an Unrivaled member? Will Caitlin Clark join Unrivaled? I stand on this. I don't think White Jesus should go. I don't think she's going to go. White Jesus is shooting golf. Okay? You guys shut your pie hole and you let White Jesus shoot golf in peace. Okay? If she wants to be Caitlin Woods, you let her. Now, if Aaliyah Boston and Lexi Hall want to join, that's good for them. Aaliyah Boston, this is great for Aaliyah Boston because last season she wanted to be a commentator in the offseason, and we saw how she returned this season starting out. So I'm Fine with Aaliyah Boston staying active and playing basketball. We don't need you commenting. We don't need you reporting at the college games or anything like that, Aaliyah. This is a big season coming up, okay? You play Unrivaled. You play Unrivaled and you stay in shape, Aaliyah. Okay? So I'm okay with Aaliyah playing Unrivaled. It's 3-on-3, a lot of running around. You stay in shape, Aaliyah. You do it. You do it. We got agendas to push and points to prove. And we need you, Aaliyah. So if you don't know, Aaliyah was announced as Unrivaled. Fine. Fine. That's fine with me. Lexi was announced as well. That's fine. Lexi has to get more reps in. She has to get stronger. I think Lexi is going to be a key piece to this Indiana team. So I'm okay with that. White Jesus, you keep shooting golf. Keep working with, in the off season, you keep shooting golf. Don't you go to this league, White Jesus. I'm telling you now. Don't go. Do not go. I said it in the last episode. I'll say it again. Tell them to get Asia Wilson. Get Asia Wilson to go. White Jesus, don't you go to this league. Nonetheless, I'm okay with these two going to Unrivaled, but overall, this whole Unrivaled ordeal is a mess. They have announced now it was supposed to be 30 players. Now it's 36 players, which I guess fine, whatever. It's a startup league, but it seems to be scrambled everywhere. 36 players, 6 basketball clubs, and 6 players per club. 3-on-3 organization. I'm gonna go ahead and play what Nelissa Collier put out this week after they said that it was just 30 players, but then this was breaking news this week, guys, on social media. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know what they said was the latest update. You see how I'm scrambled talking about Unrivaled? Because that's what the league, I don't even know where to start. With Unrivaled. Like this everything is a mess. I'm uninterested. I'm gonna be honest. I'm uninterested. But here's what Nafisa had to say.
Hey guys, so I have some super exciting news. We are now moving from 30 roster spots to 36 in Unrivaled. We're able to do this because we outperformed our financial projections. And so now we get to do something that we wanted to do in the future, which is give more people spots in Unrivaled. This is such an amazing time in women's sports, and we're so thankful to all the positive people who have come out and supported us. We will be getting tickets soon. We will be getting the dates out soon. We'll be announcing everybody soon. I know you guys have been asking for that information, and it is all coming. So stay tuned, and I can't wait to see everyone for this exciting and historic season in women's basketball.
All right. So, yeah, there's that. They are expanding to 36 players. Now it's not 30 players. There are theories out there that they are really, really, really trying to get Caitlin Clark. It was supposed to be 30 players, so they got Lexi, they got Aaliyah Boston. At this point, they got Kate Martin, White Money. Kate Martin, aka White Money. So they got all Caitlin Clark friends. Now it's a matter of trying to get Caitlin Clark in Unrivaled. They want Caitlin Clark. And I'm going to stand on what I said. You have the faces of the league. You guys, that's what y'all told us. Angel Reese and Asia Wilson were the faces of the league. I don't understand what this whole pursuit of Caitlin Clark is for when y'all said that Angel Reese and Asia Wilson were the faces of the league. Get Asia Wilson. Get Angel Reese. Get Kennedy Carter. They got Brittany Griner. Get Diana Taurasi. Get her. Get Shanae. Get Get these players, get all the players that WNBA media claim are responsible for the growth. You guys don't need Caitlin Clark. You don't need Caitlin Clark. But the way that they're carrying out, like how, they're getting the teams, I'm uninterested. Just let me know when you guys figure it out. Let me know. It's kind of like with Unrivaled, you know how you're trying to plan a trip with your girlfriends, right? And everyone is like giving ideas and we should go here. We should go here. Well, guys, I have this. I have that. I'm the type of person in the group chat that just says, hey, guys, let me know when y'all figure it out. I'll send my deposit. I'll send my money. I'll pay for the trip. Let me know when you figure it out. That's how I am with Unrivaled right now. I don't even care anymore. Everything is changing. You're announcing one player here and the clues and I'm uninterested. Let me know when you figure it out. And I'll talk about it on the W360 then. Let me know when you figure it out. Kelly says you called her you called her Stephanie Sides earlier. Now that CC's friends are now on the Unrivaled, I do want her to play now. I called her Stephanie Sides. If I did, I didn't mean to then. Maybe we both mixing it up. We both are mixing it up. Thank you, Kelly. Peggy, fun fact, CC parents gave out trading cards of hers to trick or treat. That is awesome. I love that. I love that. Leroy says, CJ, you did call her Stephanie Sides earlier. I called her Stephanie Sides. Well, so many names running through my head. So many names. So many names. If you are in the chat, guys, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Don't just watch in the closet. Go ahead and subscribe, okay? Go ahead and subscribe. Y'all, I called her Stephanie Sides earlier. I don't believe y'all. I'm going to have to go back and watch. I'm going to go back and watch this when I finish this live. I did not call that lady Stephanie Sides. Florida said, yes, you did. I don't believe y'all. I don't believe y'all 360 family. I did not call that lady Stephanie Sides. What's up, Tanya? I did not call her Stephanie Sides. Y'all didn't hear me correctly. April says, absolutely you did. Kelly, I did. I'm going to go back. Kara says, sadly you did. Yes, you did. I'm going to go and watch it back. And I never watch my shows back, guys. When I tell y'all I never watch it back, that's why when people are tweeting me stuff I say, I'll be like, I don't even remember saying it. This stuff is live. So when I tell y'all I do not watch this stuff back, but I'm going to go back and watch this episode. I promise you. And Kelly, I think you on Twitter. I'm going to tweet you when I watch this back and say, see, I told you. I did not call that lady Stephanie Sides. No, I did not. Lisa Diaz. Lisa said in the beginning. Florida said you did last podcast too. Y'all done let me sit up here. W360 family, I thought we was all here. Y'all done let me sit up here and keep calling this lady Stephanie Sides. And nobody said anything. Nobody. Y'all didn't let me call this lady Stephanie Sides in these episodes, and y'all didn't say nothing. Peggy, can you make deal with the merch, please? It's on tonight. It's on the website tonight. The hoodies, Shut Your Pie Hole hoodies are coming out tonight. White Jesus hoodies and Deal with the hoodies are going to hit the website tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Central Standard Time tonight. Central Standard Time tonight on the website, guys. Shop the W360.com. You will see the hoodies and you will see the Deal with It hoodie as well. I think I'm gonna put it on some shirts too. I am gonna put it on some shirts too. Leroy says you owe me a t-shirt. Yes, you did. Call her Stephanie Size. I think all of y'all are just ganging up on me. I think this is gang up on CJ. So foolish day. Y'all ganging up on me. I did not call that lady Stephanie Size. Okay. All right. Where we at? Oh, I done been on here an hour and 20 minutes. Lisa G says, turn your clocks back an hour on Saturday night. Is that already this weekend? Thank you, Lisa G. I had no idea. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. What I want to touch on, guys, college women's hoops is kicking off on Monday. Okay, I'm going to go through this real quick because I wanted to make today a college women's basketball podcast or episode, but Stephanie White was announced and then there was other WNBA news. So I'll just touch on this real quick. But college hoops kick off on Monday. Okay, the season is here. The season is here. I'm excited, guys. If you're not excited about college hoops this season, get excited. Get excited, okay? I'm telling you now. Now, before I go ahead and jump into this, I will say, I think the days are over of exhibition games and preseason games that these teams, these top teams are scheduling against bottom tier teams. We are moving into a time to where these schools, these top schools, South Carolinas, LSU's, Geno at UConn, all of you, UCLA, USC, y'all need to schedule some better exhibition games. Who wants to watch you all opening the season beat teams by 70 points? Nobody. Nobody. What do you get from that? If you ask me, no team benefits winning by 50 points or losing by 50 points. South Carolina beat a team exhibition in the preseason games, or actually these games that's been happening so far, 126-42. They beat Memphis. South Carolina beat Memphis 106-63. Tennessee beat a team 140 something to like 50. Like, who wins? Start the season off with a bang, baby. Start the season off. Open up with UConn and South Carolina. Notre Dame and UCLA. Coach Yo has a lot of mess to talk. Each team and her team underperforms. Let her play. Tennessee, open up the college season with some good games. You don't learn anything by winning or losing by 50 points. Who's going to watch that film? When you go into the film room, how can you watch that film? What do you tell a team that just lost by 60 points? How does that even build their confidence? schedule some games that would benefit not only both teams, but the viewership for watching. I'm going to be honest. I tuned into some of the games and I was like, oh, I can't watch this. I can't watch it. I'm going to yoga. I went to my hot yoga class. I'm not watching South Carolina beat a team 126-42. I want to see how good Joyce Edwards is. She's the freshman that came in and she had a lot to say this summer. I want to see how good they are. Dawn Staley, Gino, Kim Mulkey, Coach Yo. All of you shut your pie holes. You guys schedule some good games moving forward. The days are over. We don't want to see y'all play College United Baptist Community Center. There's no use for it. Get rid of all of that. Go hard or go home. And start it out and put the message out from the beginning. Seriously. But speaking of college hoops, I thought I put the picture up here. Well, college hoops kicks off on Monday. I thought I put the picture up here. Here, let me send it to myself right now. Give me 1 second, guys. Here we go. I could have sworn I put it up here. But college hoops kicks off this Monday, November the 4th in Paris. Okay. They are kicking off this Monday, guys. The college season is here. With a doubleheader taking place in Paris, with 4 top teams facing off in the Aflac We Play event, and it's going to be featured on ESPN. Ole Miss will participate, USC, Louisville, and UCLA. Okay. And tip-off week will continue Friday through November the 8th with number 10 Oklahoma hosting Virginia on the SEC Network at 9 p.m. All right. Also, I wanted to let you guys know. Here, let me pull it up here. This software be acting up. As much as I pay for this software, I'm about to call up there and act like them people be on the internet. I want my money back. AP preseason All-America team, Paige Bueckers, Hannah Hidalgo, Madison Booker, Kiki, and Juju Watkins. Okay, this is your AP preseason All-American team. Guys, let me tell you something. Shout out to Just Women's Sports as well for the graphic. I follow them. They're awesome as far as posting women's content, women's sports content. Guys, follow college season. Make sure you're locked into the W360. I will be on top of it because one thing I'm going to tell you who I am following is Paige Bueckers. Paige, you better lead your team to a championship this year. Gino had a lot to say about Caitlin Clark. The WNBA has laid out a red carpet. And you better lead your team to a championship this year. There is nothing that will be accepted less than that. And I don't know if these 4 next to you, I think they'll have something to say about that. Okay. I think they'll have something to say about that. Miss Pinky says, CJ, so foolish. How about UConn versus Iowa or South Carolina versus LSU? That's what I'm saying. Like, open the season with some big games like that. The day and time is here. Get rid of these exhibition games where you play NCAA Community Baptist College Community Center. Get rid of that. Open the season with some big games, baby. Get people excited. Nobody wants to sit back and watch y'all beat a team by 70 points. Seriously. We want to see Iowa early. And I feel like don't be afraid of the fire, baby. Don't be afraid of the fire. I think Iowa should have opened up against a top team, Texas. You can do somebody like Stanford. Like, y'all play each other. Play each other in the non-conference. Like, make some get good games. Now, you have to go without mentioning that South Carolina, they are playing 12 games against preseason AP top 25 teams. So I guess that's fine. But I just think Kim Mulkey, Gino, Stanford, everybody else, like the top 25 teams, y'all should be playing each other. Exhibition, all of that, and let people watch. You guys are falling behind. Catch up with the times. Catch up with the times. Nobody's going to watch a blowout game. I'm going to turn my TV off. I'm not going to make an appointment to watch it. Now, I literally cancel things to watch women's basketball a lot of times. But if I have to choose between hot yoga in South Carolina or LSU or Tennessee that's playing NCAA Community Baptist College, I'm going to hot yoga. Seriously. Sade says Madison Booker is tough. I'm excited to watch her this season. I think Madison Booker and Rory Harmon are going to do damage this season. I think people are underestimating Texas. I will be at Texas games this season. Absolutely. I will be at Texas games this season. I think Juju Watkins. I don't think South Carolina is just going to run over everybody like a bread truck this season. No. I don't think that's going to happen. And I think the main question to ask this season is who's going to be the first team to take down South Carolina? Who? Because they're not going undefeated. I don't care what South Carolina fans say. They're not going undefeated. No. I know Dawn got her whistle, and I know Dawn has a lot of influence. But I don't think they're going undefeated. That's just me. All right, guys. So, yes, I want to touch on college basketball. It's kicking off on Monday, guys. Make sure you're locked into the W360. We are following college hoops this season, baby, because we got points to prove and agendas to push. And I'm telling you right now, they are going to push Paige Bueckers all season because they want to set her up as a replacement for the face of the league for Caitlin Clark. They don't want Caitlin Clark to be the face of the league. They don't like Caitlin Clark. They want Paige Bueckers. Paige Bueckers is more aligned with what the WNBA stand for and political and this and that. So they're going to position Paige Bueckers this entire season. I'm calling it now on the W360. They're going to position Paige Beckers this entire season as just this phenomenal superstar, and I'm interested to see if she'll live up to the hype. White Jesus did. She surpassed her expectations, so I wonder if Paige Beckers will. I'll be watching. I'm on you, Paige. I'm on you like stink on doo-doo. Every game. I don't care what app I have to buy. I'm watching every game. Because I already know what's happening. And I will not let you guys try to dismantle White Jesus. I'm calling it out. College Hoops is here, baby. In my Dick Vitale voice. Okay. Looking forward to see what Flage do. Everyone's focused on Flage. I love Flage. I think Flage is going to have a phenomenal season. But Anissa Morrow on that LSU squad, that's going to be the key this season. Anissa Morrow. But we have so much to get into when it comes to the college hoops, man. I am so excited, guys. I'm so excited. So excited. From Anissa Morrow, Juju Watkins, Flage, Kiki, Betts, Rory, Georgia Amore, Madison Booker. I'm excited to see what's happening at Kentucky. They got Kenny over there now. He brought Georgia Amore with him. I mean, it's so much going on in college hoops this season, guys, and I'm locked in. I'm excited. Make sure you are locked in and excited as well with the W360, okay? Make sure you are. Make sure you're locked in, guys, with me. We are going to have a good time this season. We're going to have a good time this college season before we roll into the WNBA. Kelly says, Juju, baby. This is going to be fun. So again, guys, Monday, the season tips off on ESPN. Now, before I get out of here, I want to let you guys know, the games are broadcast across ABC and all of ESPN networks. If I was to tell you guys, the way I'm able to catch all the games is by the ESPN app. Go ahead and subscribe to the ESPN app. And I have YouTube TV. Okay, that's the best way to catch all the games. That way you'll be able to catch the nationally televised game. But the ESPN app literally broadcasts like all the games. So you do YouTube TV and the ESPN app, you'll be able to catch all the games. Also, make sure you subscribe to the W360. I'll be covering the top games. College is a whole lot of games. So, we're not going to talk about a community college university versus community Baptist college university. No. We're going to talk about the top games. Okay. All right. Bonnie says, agree, CJ, on Morrow without Angel. Yeah, Anissa Morrow is going to flourish this year. I'm excited to watch her play this year. Guys, what do we have before we get out of here? I want to hear what the W360 family is saying. Make sure y'all are following me on Twitter. Following me on Twitter. Guys, we chat all day on Twitter. If you are not following me on Twitter, at the W360 _, okay? It's at the W360 _. Don't follow no other pages that's saying the W360. The W360 _. That's my Twitter, guys. Make sure you are following me on Twitter because I am on there a lot. Just talking mess and laughing. Literally laughing all day on Twitter. How we feeling, W360 family? All right. Nobody have any questions? Nobody have anything? All right. Well, that is going to wrap up the W360 today. Sade says, can you show the hoodies again, please? Yes. Yes. All right. So the hoodies, guys, again on the W360 or shopthew360.com. They will be released tonight at 8:00, guys. So you guys will have this hoodie that I have on, Shut Your Pie Hole. You're going to have Deal With It. T-shirts and hoodies as well, available in all adult and kid sizes. I have went ahead. I'm going to go ahead and the white Jesus hoodies in white. These are the hoodies. It's the same hoodie I have on, great quality. These aren't cheap hoodies, guys. They're good quality. You know, especially anybody out in like those states that get cold and a lot of snow. These are great for you. You can wear white Jesus across your chest. And I have it in black as well. If you want another color, I have it in black as well. If you want another color, guys, just email me. You guys have my email. Y'all email me all the time anyway, and I respond to y'all. But email me if you want a certain color, and I'll certainly, email you back and see what we can make happen. Okay. Kelly Mart says, are you going live on Monday? Yes, absolutely. The college season kicking off. Yes, I'll be live on Monday. Kelly, let me tell you something. I think it's Kelly who be in my YouTube comments. And I love Kelly. I love you, Kelly. Shout out to you. And I think you're on Twitter too. Shout out to Kelly. Because let me tell you, if I don't go live for like 3 or 4 days, Kelly will message me and say, CJ, when you going live next? And I love you. I love you, Kelly. I love all of y'all. But Kelly will check me in a heartbeat like, are you going live again? Where you at? Like, what? You can't be that busy. Go live. Kelly sent me messages. I think it's Kelly, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. Yes. So yeah, Monday I'll definitely be here. Kelly said that's me. I knew it was Kelly. I'm getting the white Jesus hoodie and the white Shut Your Pie Hole hoodie. Yes, guys. I'm going to have Deal With It hoodies as well on the site. Bonnie says, Kelly, stay on CJ. Bonnie, let me tell you, Bonnie, in these comments, Bonnie don't play. When I tell you I love y'all, I read the stuff. Like, I go through it and I read it. Like, if I have them, I will read it. And I'm like, Bonnie, do not play. Bonnie, do not play. I love you. I really do love W360 family. W360 Circle, that is it for today. Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. I am trying to grow this channel. Okay. The channel is organically growing. So we have hit over 5,000 subscribers and I am so excited. So excited. So thank you guys so much. It's just going to go up from here. I'm excited about the steady growth that's happening. Okay. Other than that, it's Friday. Kelly says, I'll be looking for you. I love you, Kelly. Thank you so much. Other than that, guys, it's Friday. Be safe. Enjoy your Friday night. Enjoy college football Saturday or whatever you do on Saturdays. Okay. I will see you guys on Twitter. Make sure you are following me at the W360 _. If you don't have a Twitter, make a Twitter. Okay. Because we are chatting all day on Twitter. Like, we literally are just kikiing on Twitter all day. So make sure we're laughing at everything. Everything is funny. Okay, so make sure you're following me on Twitter. Shop the W360.com. The hoodies are dropping this evening. I love you guys so much. Enjoy your weekend. Until next episode. Also, don't forget to vote. Don't forget to vote. Okay. Until next episode. Peace and so